Mirana.
Okay.
So usually to me, Mirana indicates wanting to run an offlaner, yeah, that is not going to buy aura items because the Mirana is going to pick those up for you. She farms naturally. She's a great follow-up for any kind of initiating stun, great follow-up for an overgrowth as well. And this DK for sure is the kind of playmaking core that demands attention, that is going to be taking towers and space for you, that I really wanted to see in combination with this Lina.
And I also like it. First of all, it lanes well with the Mirana, and it is a flexible pick. So
Yes.
you are gonna have to, think about your bans a little bit more if you're XERXIA. Though then again, this burst damage from XERXIA is still magical, meaning that the Dragonite can die. And Slark, I love it. I mean, if you look at it, we talked about Blink instant initiation, and the DK does have it, right? But follow-up, limited, saves, there, lifts from the Rubik, snowball save, and if you don't kill him during the stun of the Dragonite, he's not going down. That's just it.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. You need to bring in the Lina to kill him off, and that is a risky proposition if I've ever seen one. A lot of Linas do not want to take him up on that offer until like the mid game, and we've seen Slarks before. I think yesterday win
Yes.
the slap fight versus the Lina.
That is the case. Slark likes to be all close and personal, and Lina, she's a lady, likes to keep her distance. So not something that you want to do. We saw Akashi get a Hurricane Pike on the Lina. Seems like a good item this game as well. Do you prefer it over the BKB as your second item?
Honestly, I think that in this game you're just going to have to stand your ground and deliver. Like the last time around, it was pretty clear that he ran into damage problems at some point because he was forced to itemize into that before the BKB came around, and then he got a crit eventually, but by that point it was too little, too late. So just buy the BKB and leverage what you have, because otherwise your team is just going to get run over.
We'll see if he does do that. It's gonna be a tough game overall for UD Vessuwan. They're playing against XERXIA, who are looking awesome today, and you have a carry matchup that, yeah, you have the strongest carry in the meta, but you have a hero on the other side that you naturally don't like playing against. We'll see. Any possibilities of maybe you see all of this and you say, yeah, I'm gonna play that mid Lina with the magical build that you mentioned yesterday, and maybe get something else on your position one, like Faceless Void.
Exactly. I was about to say, like, how about you take Let's Face This Void? Twist it around, get that Lina over to the mid lane. You got a lot of damage into the Chrono with that Lina, especially if she goes a nuker build. You've got the Mirana for the follow-up. You get the DK to take towers for you. Like, I would respect that pick a great deal, even if I think it's unlikely, because Vessuwan has seemed a lot less ready to play around with their picks than XERXIA has. Which is, by the way, XERXIA is playing a normal support duo this game. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I can. I definitely... Sorry, I can't believe it. Anyways, UD Vessuwan, what I would love for them here is a Tiny. Tiny seems perfect for them in the mid lane. Rubik, Hoodwink, free kills. Tusk Snowball cannot help you against the Avalanche. Also, Avalanche is something that the Slark cannot purge away. And also Mirana rotating to the mid lane. Easy to hit the arrow, no matter who you're playing against. Tiny's not banned out. Seems like a perfect pick.
Yeah. But they go Void Spirit instead. Well, as someone whose team played Void Spirit yesterday, this hero is not in a good place right now. Sure, you have a lot of damage, but the damage that you output is very limited in the sense that once you spend it, it's gone. If you didn't calculate correctly, then that's too bad. Oh, and there comes the coddle from XERXIA again. JG just gets the coddle versus the Lina matchup again.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, in terms of catching the coddle, UD Vessuwan are in a bad spot compared to how Polaris had it. But they have better push than Polaris had.
Yeah.
Void Spirit is great against Rubik and the Hoodwink, even though you now have a bad idea of the hero. You don't like it currently. You think it's weak, and it's probably is. But against the Rubik and the Hoodwink, I mean, the damage is always going to be there. So I'm not hating on the pick. I think that if the Void Spirit pops off, UD Vessuwan can take it. It's hard to go up against XERXIA. Not only because of the pick. I think their pick is probably the best in my opinion from the classic perspective of Dota in terms of countering the enemies. They have a Slark against all of these heroes, but their playstyle, the way that they're doing it, and these heroes, they're pretty much the type of heroes that they've been playing with. Go in, go out, outplay your opponent, choose the right fight, choose the right initiation. That's what they have, and I just can't go against that.
Absolutely not. XERXIA has proven themselves to be both like faster and more patient, which is a very rare combination, and something that's indicative that you can always get the best out of any fight. Like, you're in position earlier and you cast your spells, well, as early or as late as they need to. And certainly with this Coddle, we've seen before how fast they can play, not just with the Coddle itself, but also empowering the Tusk. This is going to be so rough for UD Vessuwan, especially if BB doesn't get off to anything of a good start, right? Because the Coddle will definitely be able to keep a DK off of towers.
Yeah, that is true. You come close to the towers, you probably die. The offlane DK, I mean, the hero can work, it is pretty tanky, but one thing, you're laning against the Slark, you don't have a ton of damage to offer up there. And secondly, the magical damage is just overwhelming at every point of the game, not only from the Coddle. Even if the Coddle isn't there, I can still see the DK dying.
It's entirely possible. DK is a slow hero, sharpshooter. I mean, a lot of Hoodwinks very good at aiming for that DK.
For sure. And I love the mandolin from the Hoodwink. Just looks so cool.
It is really pretty. I wonder why he's only using the tail and the mandolin though.
Doesn't have anything else?
Just buying the whole set piece by piece. If he wins this match, he can afford a hat. He can afford a hat.
Maybe, that's it. You don't buy everything. You don't get out loans when you get your money, then you pay with it. That's maybe what Bombi is all about. Meanwhile, Jaja almost died on the top, and Karma turns around. Karma doesn't have anything. Karma might be dead. 4 seconds until the arrow. TNT going forward. You have to be careful. He's gonna be reducing their damage there with the Fade Ball. Karma, the only thing you can do is stand your ground and fight. Let's go. Takes all of the stats of the DK. Let's go again. Goes again onto the DK. You're not gonna be able to kill him. You're not gonna be able to kill him. He has the 3 sticks. He has enough armor. He has enough damage and fight left in him. Chase me till the end of the world, but I win. Oh, let's go, Karma.
Double kill to start your lane off with? Yeah, he had 9 armor at the end of that, just off of the Agi stacks.
I'm pretty sure Kips loves when she sees that someone suffers here, because
oh yeah,
she's laughing at UD Vessuwan. Literally, she's not happy for Karma. She is happy because someone got slapped, and exactly what happened in that one. UD Vessuwan, they're not happy.
No, I think you're doing me dirty here, because I love to see somebody stand and fight when they know they have no other choice, you know? There's a lot of people that would be like, you know, maybe if they mess up, I can still get out. And Garmin's like, no, someone dies here, and it's not going to be me.
You have the guts, and then you show that you're no pushover. You actually put your worth where your mouth is. But anyways, let's talk about the other lanes right now. We are being too excited about what just happened there before the creeps even started. Mid lane, Void Spirit versus the Coddle. Coddle did okay against the Kunkka, still lost the lane. The Void Spirit, how is he gonna do?
Void Spirit, good on the early levels, especially versus ranged heroes that mostly rely on the range harass to first get their advantage out, right? But you see him standing to the side already now that the spells from the Coddle start to come out. He'll get a kill opportunity on level 6, but before that the lane is just going to get better and better for JG.
And he's just annoying BB so much. He might not be able to hurt him much with the right click because of the resonant pulse, but when it comes to the illuminate, you're always going to be in a ton of trouble.
Exactly.
Bottom lane, we see Bombi getting stunned up and should be surviving through this one. Yep, Bombi will be fine, but there it is, the non-existing defenses of the Hoodwink just being broken there by UD Vessuwan. They don't get the kill in the end, though.
Lina Treant lane, we've seen it time and time again this patch, super strong. Actually a leech seed on Lionex to go first. He really wants to get the brawl in. We'll rely on KNP to stand his ground and deal some damage along with him.
Yeah, Southeast Asia, they love these manly fights when you stand your ground and kind of cheer on your hero. So we'll see. Lionex is definitely going for that one with the leech seed. Tusk, well, you know that lore-wise, this hero likes to brawl, but Living Tree is going for, you're not going to be too happy about it. Overall, though, the Hoodwink is leaving the bottom lane. Will go over Vision here. Does he find the ward? Yeah, he does. He knows exactly where it is. That's why he was rotating, it seems like.
Very clever. And now BB is going to have to feel nervous about this Hoodwink coming back and stabbing him. Alright, in the unmentionables.
Yeah, no points in Dissimulate, so he definitely wants to get the kill. He doesn't want to farm too much once he gets level 6. The thing is, if you don't have enough HP, you're not going to be doing anything, because you might just get killed yourself. But so far, so good. Exactly. He is farming relatively well. Okay, JG is just going through those infused raindrops currently.
Chewing through them like they're candies. And yeah, that's exactly the Dissimulate. You don't really want to step into it because it's going to reduce your ultimate damage output. And right now, he needs every single shred of damage that he can get to just keep the creeps off of his tower. But on the other hand, there is a Tusk in this game. If you don't have Dissimulate, by the time the Tusk rotates on you, you're done for.
You're gonna have the steps. You're approaching level 6. You're gonna be fine. You're okay.
Sure.
While we were talking about mid, Mirana almost died. There was a nice move in the top lane. They lifted her mid-leap, brought her back, pounced. In the end, she lives because of the stun of the DK timed perfectly onto the Slark after the Dark Pact. But overall, it's still Karma having a pretty nice lane. Though TNT is not being shut down. And, you know, even with the early kills and everything, the DK is still farming, I'd say, acceptably well. On the other hand, though, Rupido is not. This Tusk, the lowest out of the course.
Really getting shut down, especially because Bombi keeps on moving out of the lane, getting those stacks ready. And of course, the Tusk, like, all you really need in order to get going is those levels, and he will still be getting that. The Lina Treant lane usually pushes naturally. Though Lionex has not been taking any points in the Nature's Grasp, so really taking care there as well.
Oh, they are going for KMP here in the bottom lane. Lina is going to be surviving through that one. Only has the Falcon Blade, but it seems to be enough. On the other part of the map, the Mirana did get low, but again, not going to be going down. Boomboy needs to be a bit careful. This is a Rubik. You don't have any range drops, any fairy fires. He's actually just going to be baiting in the Rubik, but with Karma showing up, and it is nighttime, he sees everything. These eyes, they are used to the night. And UD Vessuwan, they can't do much about it. He needs to get this Dragonite away from himself, Jaja, and he'll be fine.
That's just all extra last hits for the Slark. He's having an absolutely fantastic time for himself.
Boomboy. Get away from this Rubik. Get away now, or life will be taken. The Invis was taken, though, by the Coddle, so he's going to be the first one to secure the runes there. Boomboy being healed up by the Living Armor. The Coddle is coming over, and you have a cat, but we all know horses are even faster. And he's going to be pulled into the Illuminate, but the Mirana will be fine. Does live through it.
Yep, and Coddle just immediately TP's bot. That's super fast. I wouldn't expect this at all.
That's a bait. That's literally a bait. I don't care about your Mirana. I want the real deal. I want the Lina. This girl is going down. Lionex blinded as well. And I feel like we've seen this already. The trees in our world, they can't see anyway, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. And it is going to be 2 heroes dead on the bottom lane. JG, just beautiful movements. He does send Rubik to the mid lane. He's going to be happy to take this one. There's one more Astral Step. Should be enough to get the kill, especially with one more right click. And BB, at least he gets something for his team in the mid lane and gets you the Vessuwan on the board.
Yep, but pressure on the tower as a result of the mid rotating out? I don't think so.
Yep.
That's not really what a Void Spirit is all about. And I presume his next connection is going to have to be on top, hopefully with a rune, and see if you can take that Slark down if you have 2 cores over there, but Karma has already backed off.
He is approaching level 6. He gets the Seed of Serenity. Plants a nice little garden there, but he's not going to be staying in it for long. He does have the Shadow Dance now, so his HP will be coming back. And he can't hear you, but he can see you because it is nighttime. So he sees his enemies quite easily and is going for the Dragonite. Only 1 point in the Dragon's Blood, is saving a skill point if he needs another one. And TNT will be fine.
I think he's being greedy though. 2 levels in Breathe Fire, like, he'd better stay at that.
Well, we'll see though. He is okay.
Yeah,
he
second Dragon Blood.
He took it.
Now max that like a good boy.
We'll see. We'll see. He doesn't want to play the dumb build. He wants to be useful, just breathing fire, doing damage. I've seen a lot of DKs go for only 2 points in the Dragon's Blood, and it tends to work out from time to time.
From time to time, yeah. I think it's risky. His team needs like a big burly boy to stand in the front and get information for the rest of the heroes. And if he's going to go too farmy, like, everything in this game is going to come down on the Void Spirit. And the Void Spirit doesn't like having to create the engagements himself. He likes to be the second one in. Much like Storm Spirit as well. Like, you only have 2 steps, you need to make them count. So if you spend 1 going into get vision and then the second to actually go for the kill, you're already into deep. You want to spend 1 while somebody else has gotten you vision, so you can see who you exactly need to go on, and that should be the DK. And if he wants to live, he needs to have that Dragon's Blood.
Exactly. We'll see if BB can do that. He does go for a smoke, has the DD. That is a big one with the steps. Do you catch anyone big right now? JG would be an awesome target.
Oh, that would be the very best, but I don't think he's actually on the menu at all. It's going to be Jaja. Opening kill for the tower though.
Karma? Doesn't have mana for the ulti. Okay, now he does. Actually has the sticks as well. Jaja might actually get himself out. The Simulate is not going to be doing that much damage. Arrow picked up by the Slark. No, why did you do it? You might actually die because of that one. No, he will not. He is fine already. Pops the sticks, goes for the ulti. BB is the one caught. And there it is. 2 steps used to go deep in. But how are you gonna get out? The quick answer to that question, well, Kips, it is you're not. You're just gonna die.
Yeah. And as far as like his first steps went, that was pretty good, but now he's in trouble already. He needs to snowball this game. He is most of the burst damage that's going to be coming out from this team. Selena is going to be farming for quite a while longer. And that's the Dragon form used without getting any hits in on the tower. Karma is just sitting pretty in this top lane.
Yeah, very rarely do we see a tower be full HP completely, like not a single HP point taken away from it by a Dragonite, but that's what's going to be the result here with the DK, who is...
Rupido.
Where is he? He is in the mid lane. He's going on Bumbui. He has the uppercut, and he has a couple of more hits to bring down the Mirana. Mid-leap, she dies.
Well, at least BB is going to be decently happy that that's not him being sent back to base.
Yep, is gonna be happy about that for sure. I always look at the Void Spirits, and you don't have points in the Simulate. Without it, you don't farm. Without it, you don't really kill people. You went all in to win the lane, and it was going well, but now he's 5th on the network chart. Before that rotation to the top lane, he was the first one, and now the game is just looking rough for him.
Yep, it's stalling out, and it would be better if there were like big dives going on and he could TP in, like the enemy gives you all the vision to make those 2 steps count, but they're playing really patient on XERXIA. Rupido is not trying to shove through this bottom tower, he was rotating onto mid. And
now they're trying.
Yeah, but Void Spirit is already on his way to top again. He's gonna have to TP if he wants to do anything.
The Treant was also too far away from the tower for any kind of TP to make a difference. Tusk has a mech damage output of a UD Vessuwan at this point isn't that great, and top tower, at least UD Vessuwan are gonna be applying some pressure to it, but XERXIA are getting ready to protect.
Yep, and with the Kotl, why not? He's got the boosted travel, he's got the urn, he deals a tremendous amount of damage.
Well, let's see how it's gonna go. Karma, he Goes for the Dark Pact, which is gonna be completely fine. TNT doesn't even want to try with the Dragon Tail, but JG comes over. The Solar Bind is there on the Dragonite, and he will be lifted up. You're not getting out of this one. We talked about the magic damage. That is your tanky hero? Okay, well, we can only imagine what the rest of them are. Bombi, he is the squishiest hero on the other side, and they're having troubles finishing him off. They're on trebles. They can't do it. He's gonna push himself away. 3 seconds until another step. Bombi gets into the trees. BB, he has to hit this one. Even with him hitting, he gets healed up. BB, he is stuck.
No.
Where do you go? Okay, he will have help because KMP is coming over. Bumbui dies on the other part of the map, and they are gonna be getting out. So let's see. Bombi doesn't have the scurry, but he gets the kill. He gets the kill on the Treant Protector, and it costs them so much rotation from both cores, and this bottom lane is still working in favor of XERXIA.
Yeah, these fast boots of travel rotations from the Keeper of the Light are just absolutely wrecking Vessuwan right now. Even if they had the lineup to deal with this hero properly, like, I'm not sure that their comms would withstand being stressed by all of this teleporting around for this long. And that's what it's all about with split push, right? If you engage on multiple sides of the map at once, like, what you're stressing is not just the enemy players, but the enemy comms. They start to fall apart. And Vessuwan, they are fractured right now. They're running out of TPs.
TNT is fractured as well. You know, that armor is not gonna help you against the Illuminate. Illuminate isn't even needed. The Slark and the Rubik could have gotten that kill. Maybe the Solar Bind helps a bit, but it doesn't really matter. It's just still insane what they can do. And as you mentioned, the TPs are coming through and you're saving no one. Look at Bombi.
I know, right? Oh, he's having the time of his life. He's gonna die, but he's gonna die in a blaze of glory.
He uses the sticks. Okay. Let's go! BB gets a kill there in his fountain, basically. At least he's gonna be able to get himself back. But look at the space that was created. Does this lineup of XERXIA look like a pushing one? Not to me. And they are getting the mid lane tower down. But not low enough, though. It will survive for now.
For now, that's a arcane rune on this Keeper of the Light. Just to rub it in.
And just to rub it in. BB gets lifted up. He already killed one of your supports. He will get a Yules onto the Rubik. The Remnant is there. Look at me. Look at the arrow as it plucks out your eyes. And there are going to be stars coming up from the sky that finish off the Rubik as well. That's going to be some nice gold into the hands of UD Vessuwan. And while this is happening, the Lina is farming. So not everything is... I don't know, who am I kidding? I mean, look at the side lanes. It's not even fair.
No, these waves are out constantly, and they have absolutely no way to catch this Coddle until they get some really good wraparounds in. But like that's the thing with Moonlight Shadow, right? It's the most effective if you can come from behind your creep waves, if you already have pressure on the map and they don't know where you're coming from. But if you need to laboriously shove out the waves first, then you press R, then you start walking somewhere, this Coddle is already gone, man. He's not even in the same zip code anymore.
That's true. KMP is being hunted on the bottom lane. He does have a Force Staff. Won't get to use it though. And now he's gonna get smacked down. Now he uses the Force Staff. After he has been broken, after he has been blinded, they have destroyed KMP for life. And the Illuminate kills him. Okay, they bring him a clean death in the end. You might lose Bombi because of this one, but who cares? On the other part of the map, the Dragonite died as well. It is gonna be a support for 2 cores across the map and very likely a mid lane tower.
Once again, action on 2 sides of the map, and Vessuwan just they have to pick one spot where to react, and their reaction is just simply not powerful enough. This Coddle is just always outdoing him. Right. Now he's mid again, sitting behind a Rupido again. You have full vision of him. Like, normally, if you feel good with your Void Spirit, if you're with your Mirani, you see this Coddle dancing around the ward that you have in your jungle. You're supposed to be going for him, but they're just paralyzed by the speed at which XERXIA is moving.
Let's say a few good things about UD Vessuwan. They have good vision around the map. That is big. And that might allow them to get a couple of kills. Jaja has a hood. And there's going to be a snowball save there from the arrow as well. He turns around with the Dragon Tail. I know how to use this one as well. And they have more than enough lockdown to bring him down. They saved the Rubik. And now TNT, who's going to save you? You might explode. Which is pretty much in your name here as well. The stun from the Lina will not connect. But the Laguna Blade most definitely will. Still, it's not going to be enough to finish off of Jaja. Give me that Laguna. I'm gonna show you how it's done. Linux comes over. He wants to be the one zapped down, but KMP, Jaja is not gonna be using it on anyone. I can steal your ultimate spell, but do I need it? The answer will be no. This Rubik continuing to survive through everything with a very unconventional pickup of the Hood of Defiance.
Yeah, so hey, you wanted to say something nice about Vessuwan, right?
I did. I said they had good vision, so they could see as XERXIA are slaughtering them. That's gonna be the continuation of my sentence, because that's the only thing that's happening here.
Front row seats.
Yeah. So what now, Kips? What now? Are we starting to predict how long it's gonna take for XERXIA to win this game? Are we gonna be finding ways that UD Vessuwan can get back into this game?
Yes, like the one that always needs mentioning, of course, is the Aghanim Scepter on the Void Spirit. Ooh, 2 steps in, but they find the Kotl.
Let's see if they can kill him. The stun will be there. Where's the Laguna Blade? You need to use it, and he's gonna heal himself up. Let's see, JG still alive, turns into a piggy. They've already killed the Treant Protector, and now going for the Void Spirit. He has the Dissimulate, won't be able to use it there because of the leash. And UD Vessuwan, they've caught it. They've caught the Kotl. That's the one they need, but they just don't have the damage to kill him. And Bombi going for more. Mirana has been caught. Does have 3 leaps. Should be able to get out of that one alive. Snowball save from the Laguna. Doesn't do any damage. Ouch, that hurts, but not the one that was hit by it, but the user. And Rupido gets the double kill. The snowball saves has been amazing, and this is a moving snowball. Just like the train that is crushing UD Vessuwan right now.
Moving target, and they're not even bothering with this tower right now. It's like, no, we can't hit that tower without the wave there. We'll just be pushing the wave. We'll wait for more kills to present themselves. And because Vessuwan have no choice but to constantly show.
Let's see. KMP, he has been found. The Walrus Punch won't do that much damage. He tries to do 4-step, gets forced back immediately. Won a Bushwhack just in time, and now there's gonna be a mech. Sorry, the Guardian Greaves, these guys, they don't have the small items. The Snowball save again, 2 of them onto the Void Spirit just to increase the damage. Jump out from Bumbui, and Slark, he does not want to chase. Scratch that, he might even want to. He is gonna decide it is enough. The night vision will see all of the heroes of UD Vessuwan hiding in their base. That is where you belong. The map is ours.
Yeah, Bombi was just shoveling in the middle of that fight. He dug himself up a salve. Hey, that's how you know that they're feeling relaxed about themselves. Like, yeah, let's use my neutral here. Maybe I get a rune.
15k gold lead 20 minutes into the game tends to take a load off your shoulders from time to time. You know, I think XERXIA, they feel very happy right now. Imagine, Kips, if you were the coach of XERXIA right now, would you be happy for your players? Would you be smiling, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Not just because they're winning, but especially the style in which they've been winning, right?
Yep.
Like, it's not just like, oh, we've been hiding behind this Kotl, he's been farming all the time. No, like, Karma has been playing up as well. They have been leveraging him really hard too. Rupido, as much as he loves being the big aggressor, he has in fact gone for the defensive items first. Like, this game was good enough that he could have just gone that Blink Dagger, gone greedy. And instead, he has several times saved the Kotl and other important cores. And now he has the Blink. Now he can have fun. Now he can start building the Ags.
The DK got the Blink now. So they didn't kill him. He didn't lose any gold. I mean, they did kill him, but only after the blink, you know. So he didn't lose any gold. That is good here for sure. Though XERXIA are just continuing to run over UD Vessuwan in style as well. It's looking really good.
It is. And I'm thinking that they're going to just wait it out, see if Vessuwan gives them any opening kills that will let them get at the high ground. If not, the item goal is going to be the Tusk Aghanim Scepter, after which, you know, you kick whoever you want out of the base, eat them alive, and then repeat until the base falls.
Or until they give up. Keep kicking them until they give up. That's... kicking people when they're down, and UD Vessuwan are definitely down in this game. 5-23, XERXIA, they don't care. Smoke was used. I feel like if UD Vessuwan lose this fight, if they find a fight and just get destroyed, that they call it.
I guess you can still clutch at the straw of the silences on the Void Spirit, right?
True. True. You first need to leave the base for that to happen, which they are not doing. Karma has the Aghanims, has the Mage Slayer. No new items flying out, it seems like. But he does have this Brigand's Blade, which is actually quite nice for the Slark. Does give you that little bit of edge and damage to finish off heroes. All outer towers are dead for UD Vessuwan. Oh no, they have one more. They have one more. The Treant Protector on duty here. He is gonna be making sure that something survives. Oh, arrow into the Slark. He instantly takes it off, though. He knew something like that was gonna happen.
Yep. And that means that Bombi is already in.
Bombi's always in. He will be trying to get himself out here and will be able to do it. The Illuminate heal does help him. TNT, on the other hand, is just not as tanky as a Hoodwink. He's only a Dragonite. Jump in from the Slark, going onto BB, who does have a Yule to protect himself. Will have a Dissimulate as well, but there is going to be a Bushwhack waiting for him, and he is just surrounded by trees. Jaja finally dies in his own style, but KMP is going to be next. He was just baited into a fight. Karma, he misses the pounce. Doesn't really change much. He's still going to be getting a triple kill, and the GG will be called. UD Vessuwan, they have had enough of the soul-crushing victories of XERXIA. And XERXIA today, 4-0, they have just been phenomenal.
Yep, 4-0 in style. And I've made these jokes with Snare before. People are like, oh, well, you know, this is like beating up a baby. I'm like, yeah, but you can beat up a baby in style. You can do that in Dota 2. And XERXIA hasn't just, you know, been sitting back, winning the lanes and then resting on their laurels. They've been actively itemizing to make the games harder for their opponents. They've been really leaning into this Kotal pick, into the aggression that comes out from Rupido. I've been thoroughly enjoying seeing these guys get as much out of the game as they possibly can.
Really have been looking good, and you know, I like that beating a baby in style. You know, I always, when I do normal work in the house, I like to sing, dance, or whatever, just to make it a little bit more fun. Because let's make it clear, it's very boring, right? So maybe when I have kids, you know, they do something bad and la 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 la, and then in style do it. That does make sense.
Exactly. Like, why shake a baby when you can, you know?
We're getting banned. We're getting canceled here. I think we should stop now. Yeah. Babies are nice, and they should be loved and nurtured, fed and taken care of, and nothing else. So don't listen to advices of these two people here. But yeah, coming back into the game, UD Vessuwan. Is there any point, you know, in this game when you thought, okay, their draft can maybe do something, there is gonna be something they can do, or it was like after 3 minutes it's just over?
You say 3, I see the Void Spirit, I'm like, yeah.
I'm a hater, like, yeah, I hate you.
100% hater.
Yeah, that is kind of gonna be the case. Anyways, though, guys, that is gonna be it for this series. We have one more though, so don't go anywhere. We have one more. It's not gonna be XERXIA playing, so we're not gonna be seeing a stomp. We're gonna be seeing a maybe a good game, maybe a 1-1 today. It is gonna be Spawn versus Myth Avenue Gaming. So everyone just stay with us, and after like 10-15 minute break, we're going back into the action.